Do you share the president's view that we are in a crisis in terms of the border and illegal immigration in the United States?
The crisis is the fact that for decades we've talked about an issue with absolutely no movement on the part of any administration or legislature, Congress, in the case of Washington, for decades. And it's switched from Republican to Democrat and Democrat to Republican, and all there has been is a lot of talk. We need immigration. Demographically, we cannot afford to grow this nation's GDP or for it to survive into the future as we would all want it to without healthy immigration. We need people to come here who were not born here indigenously. But we need it to be fast, we need it to be legal, and we need it to be very affordable. It's the exact opposite now. It's slow, it's complicated, and it's expensive. That's insane to me. We need it, we want it. Let's make it fast, easy, and cheap.
And when it comes to the president's approach right now with the national emergency, do you support him going around Congress and doing that?
I support securing the borders. There are very few responsibilities of the federal government. You read the U.S. Constitution, there are very, very few specific powers that are enumerated or delineated, specifically spelled out for the federal government. The 10th Amendment makes very clear that those handful of powers given to the federal government are the responsibility of the states and the people that are not given to the federal government. But my point is there's so few given to the federal government that by all means they should do the few they were given, one of which is to secure the borders. It's not that complicated. I mean, every nation on earth should do the same. And we are no different than anyone else, and indeed every other nation takes it seemingly a bit more seriously than we do, and it would behoove us, because this isn't a political issue, and so by whatever means is necessary to actually fulfill the law and the responsibility of the constitutional mandate on the federal government, giddy up.
And when the president says the U.S. spends a lot of money helping secure the borders of other countries,
True.
But it's not doing enough here at home, do you agree with that position?
Do you disagree with that?
No, we have done a lot. We've spent a lot of money.
No, and I'm not trying to be, the reality is he's right. And there's nobody who can disagree with that statement.
Well, the Democrats are calling it immoral, his position, especially when it comes to to building more steel barriers.
The Democrats say a lot of things that don't make sense. But I will say this. They can't refute the earlier premise that you just gave me. They can't refute the fact that we spend billions securing the borders of other nations, but not nearly as much in securing our own. They can't refute it. That is an absolute irrefutable statement of fact.